Toastmaster, we recommend waiting until you have observed a few meetings. So the Toastmaster and the general evaluator are the two senior players. You would like to have people that know what they're doing. When you start a new club, it's very difficult to do that if everybody's new. So that's why we bring in the mentors and we walk with you on this road to get to that. So this is important to remember, that when the club is established well and a new member comes in, that nobody puts them up immediately to be Toastmaster or general evaluator. You want them to have observed what takes place for a few meetings. So I'm just going through the resources quickly. It's the Toastmaster Wears Many Hat resources. It's Master Your Meetings resource and Toastmaster of the Day script. In general, a Toastmaster Wears Many Hats is a PDF that describes everything about all the roles and having a club meeting. Therefore, you will see it come up with most of the other roles as well. Master Your Meetings is similar, but the Toastmaster of the Day script and log is a little check sheet that Toastmasters has created, which for each different role, it has their own script and log that you can just make sure what must you do before the meeting, during the meeting, after the meeting. It says here, serving as Toastmaster is an excellent way to practice planning, organization, time management, facilitation, motivation, and team building skills. Why? As Toastmaster of the Day, as I explained, you need to take care of your team. And your team as Toastmaster of the Day consists of the speakers and the reserve speakers, so that if there's a speaker that can't make it, that you can bring in the reserve speaker. The table topics master is also who you're taking care of. And if you have any of the toasts, that whoever does that also comes in as part of your team. And you need to communicate with them. Just think about being an MC at an event. You can't come up on the stage. Let's think about face-to-face events, whether it's online or whether it's face-to-face. You can't arrive there as MC and have a look at the agenda and say, the next speaker is Tom. And you've introduced Tom and no, you're waiting. Is Tom in the house? Does anybody know where Tom is? Sorry, it looks like Tom's not here. The speaker after that is Jane. Please help me welcome Jane. Jane, are you there? Does anybody know where Jane is? Can you imagine what kind of an event that would be if this is what's to happen? You as MC, you are the one that is going to add the dynamite, the energy. You are the one that kind of makes the meeting. Therefore, before the time, you need to make sure that you know who's going to be there, what the title of their speeches are. You've got to know everything about it. We normally do themed meetings. Then you need to make sure that you know the theme and that you can present something about the theme. Now, the themes are mainly the responsibility of the VPE, but it's a communication between Toastmaster of the Day and VPE. If the Toastmaster of the Day does not feel secure with the topic or the theme, or suggest a theme, shall I rather say, then the two of them can agree on a theme accordingly. And of the themes that you can think of, look in your environment. What is happening in your environment at work? Maybe that where people battle on something, that you can bring it up as a theme and have in between little nuggets of tips or advice, etc., that you can create. And sometimes you can create fun themes, like when we had spring, each one must come dressed in flowers. Either you must have floral clothes on or a floral hat or something. You can even have a pajama party online these days. You can do anything to make some of them fun, because the fun part is to add the connection build rapport, build good relationships, laugh together, and then you can have some great ideas or great themes that can be a learning experience for them as well. I trust you get this picture of the Toastmaster of the day being somebody that actually gets the meeting going and supplies the energy, the content, making sure all the components work well together. To an extent, the general evaluator during the evaluation section does a similar job than the Toastmaster. Right. That's the Toastmaster of the day.